Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and I put off riding street motorcycles for years because of the inherent risk to the activity. There's no way of getting around it. There's a danger to riding motorcycles on the street. However, several years ago, I finally took the plunge, got myself a Ninja 650, and enjoyed everything that there is on two wheels out on the streets. And there's, despite all the different cars that I get to test and review, and there's something so pure and simple and mechanical and thrilling about riding motorcycles that I was glad I introduced it into my life. And since riding, I've tried to offset the danger of the activity with gear that can help reduce the chance of severe injury or death. Now fast forward here to the start of 2025, and Alyssa is pregnant with our first daughter, and she's hopefully going to be born here in about a month and a half. And in order to ensure that I get to be not only alive, but fully capable and able-bodied for the first year or two of her life, I have stepped back in my street motorcycle riding. That's why we see the Honda CRF 300L and the Kawasaki KLX 300 right here, because I do still want to have some two-wheeled sport activity in my life, but doing more of it on dirt allows me to keep my speeds lower and theoretically keep the chance of severe injury or death lower. However, I do still want to do some street riding, keep myself competent, and still make some videos for you all. In fact, it's a way I provide for my family, so in some ways I have to stay riding. And one of the biggest ways that I reduce the chance of fatal injury is by wearing an airbag vest. Now, many of you have seen me mention my airbag vests throughout a lot of my review videos, but I want to introduce a new product that Helite has on the airbag vest market. So, this is the first one I got right here. This is essentially the safest one they make. This is the Turtle 2. It's safe for a number of reasons. One, it's a mechanical trigger, which means it uses this strap right here on the bike, and I'm actually clicked in, and if I were to be ejected in an accident, it would inflate by that manual pull, inflate around my head and neck area, protecting my vital organs and my spine. And also, I got this one because it is high-viz. The only accident I've had on the streets, knock on wood, is when I was riding my Grom and somebody made a left turn in front of me. They said they didn't see me. Theoretically, they would have had a better chance of seeing me here with not only the high visibility colors, but the reflectors as well. So if I'm going to do any riding at night or in the evenings, or depending on what other gear I'm wearing, I'll usually put on the Helite Turtle 2, just because I don't care if I look like a little bit of a nerd. I want to be seen and I want to be safe. However, the other Helite product that admittedly I find myself using most frequently is this H-Move backpack. This one provides full backpack functionality, which is very convenient on motorcycles like those dual sports there. They don't have any sort of cargo or storage capabilities, but also it allows me to have a water bladder in here so that I don't have to stop and drink. Is this still full? Oh, okay, that's empty. Oof, haven't used this in a little while. So it adds to the usability, it adds to my functionality, and then on top of that, this one is an electronic trigger. So it uses GPS and accelerometer data, and it has to be powered on right here. And then it will sense if I have a crash and inflate automatically. Now, Helite also now has a fork sensor that you can install on your bike that will help in low speed situations if you have an accident, if you're hit by somebody at a stoplight, to inflate this automatic electronic trigger mechanism right here. And you can get this on a few of their different products. So I find myself gravitating to the H-Move regularly because of the functionality of the backpack aspect, even though the Turtle 2 has a little bit more protection, especially around the hips, and helps my visibility. But some people don't want to wear a backpack, and some people don't want to look like a high-viz nerd while they're riding. They still want to look cool, but they would appreciate the protection. And that is where this comes into play. This is the Helite leather jacket. I don't think it has any sort of special name or anything like that. It's got turtle technology, but I think they just call it the leather jacket. And it is that. It is a real proper leather jacket here. You can get them in brown or black. I like the look of this brown one here, especially when I'm doing something like testing cruiser motorcycles. And admittedly, you feel cool and you want to look cool, you want to match the bike. That is where this sort of thing comes into play. So even without being plugged in, I think you can get it electronic as well, but even just as a jacket, this is a very protective piece of kit. It has a thick back protector in there, just like a normal standard padded vest would. It's got elbow protection, feels like it's got shoulder protection as well, and it's going to have that slide protection of a proper jacket too. So even without the airbag aspect, it's still a very safe protective jacket to wear. In fact, if I wanted to be extra careful, I suppose I could wear the Turtle 2 on top of this, and it would keep me both safe, protected, and warm. But one of the reasons I haven't covered this one yet is this actually is quite a warm jacket as well. Admittedly, as cool as it looks, it's not something you'd want to be wearing on a 90-degree summer day, because there's a little bit of ventilation in here, kind of for flexibility, but mostly it is a warm jacket. It even comes with a removable liner as well that I've had. Is it in there? What is this? Oh no, that's for yeah, okay. Comes with a removable liner right here that I have removed because it's pretty darn warm. You could wear this well into the winter months in most climates with that liner in there. Very toasty. But it's also pretty functional. We've got a nice pocket here to fit even a large cell phone. We've got a pocket inside the jacket. We have, oh, this is how you get to replace the CO2 canister right there. Okay, fair enough. And then we've got pockets on the outside that zip. 1, 2, and 3 up here. I don't know why I didn't put the jacket on to show you all in the first upload of this video, but here's what it looks like. We go ahead and give it a zip. It is a left side zip for some reason. Comes up like that. You do have a little bit of this CO2 cartridge sticking out right here, but you kind of get used to it. Full rotation. Feels like a thick leather jacket, and you've got padding in the elbows, and then a very thick back protector here that is removable. I did have it out for a little while, and then I ended up putting it back in. The way I see it is if you're tethered onto the bike and the airbag's going to go off, the need for a back protector isn't that strong, but I decided to put it back in. You got a pocket right up here on the breast, and then 2 pockets down here, keep your hands warm or put things in. And then you also have a pocket nicely right here. It's usually where I put my cell phone, and interior pockets as well. So a lot of pockets in there. You do have a removable liner also that makes it even thicker, but I would be fine to wear this on a kind of anything above 50 degrees, I think. Maybe that sort of 50 to 70 degree day, something kind of like today would be good. It is a little short, so I find myself having to tuck in my undershirt, and if I had my riding pants on, then it would be a little more properly fit. But yeah, here's how it looks. And you also have the ability to unzip, have that go all the way back, zip it up, 2 different buttons to click onto. So it's a nice jacket. I don't have the pricing right in front of me. Let's hop on Helite's website and see what they're charging for this these days. Okay, so this one's coming in at just over $1,000 US. I can get you 10% off if you use the code DailyMotor at Helite. So that's going to save you a pretty significant chunk of cash here. To me, it's worth it. You know, maybe not necessarily having all 3 of these, but at least just get yourself the backpack or just get yourself the vest. Whatever type of gear you like to wear, spend a little extra, get the airbag functionality in there. It's so critical. These vests are mechanical trigger only. The only things you can get from Helite electronic trigger are the backpack, the vests, and their track vest as well. So you got to be okay with triggering or tethering yourself to the motorcycle. I don't mind it, honestly. I just find myself, okay, I clicked in. It's almost like putting your seatbelt on in the car. So, very cool jacket here. You'll see me mention it in a lot of my reviews because in this colder weather, this is what I'm wearing. The few times that I do still go out and ride, I'm going to go shoot the review right now on the CRF 300L. And yeah, I think today I'm going to have to wear the backpack because this is where I put my microphone while I'm filming the winding road videos in order to get good audio quality. I stick it in there within this little piece of foam. A little top tip for you all wanting to do motorcycle video recording. But any other time I'm going to be riding, it's probably going to be with this because I just want maximum look at me, don't crash into me please kind of protection. But you know, after a few years, once I get back on those cool bikes, that's where the leather jacket's going to come into play. And another reason I like having the leather jacket is I actually have another one for Alyssa. When she was riding on the back of the motorcycle with me, I wanted her to be protected, so we got her a nice cool small size leather jacket. So shout out to Helite for sending me this. I've appreciated having it around and appreciated not looking like such a dweebus when I'm riding the cool cruiser bikes for the videos and still staying protected. Head to helitemoto.com, get yourself one, check the link below, use the code DailyMotor, all that good stuff. Highly recommend it. This and a helmet are the 2 most important pieces of gear you can have in terms of keeping yourself from death. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, ride on.